So the plan for today originally was to come back out here to Yukon Valley and pretty much keep working on moose and red fox respawns because I wanted to continue my break from, say, Aurora National Park just to make sure I don't get burnt out on that map because I've done that on a lot of the new maps lately. And I just wanted to keep on hunting things that were in that most recent update, and moose were one of them. We're missing both moose and red fox from the trophy lodge, so I thought hunting Yukon would be a good idea, but I went into multiplayer last night, as I tend to do, and apparently the game had a different idea. I swear, just sometimes the dumbest luck. I'm tracking a max weight moose right now, and this huge level 5 bison just ran out right in front of me. 221 to 269. I think diamond is 221, but it's actually stopping over there, so if we can get a shot, I'd like him to be a little more in the clear. Just kind of put that in there. He's going aggressive, so had we not gotten him in the lung, we could have taken another shot as he's charging, but he did start to drop, so we gotta be good. Not gonna risk like hitting me in the skull or anything. But yeah, it's basically the beginning of moose drink time. He's actually gonna drop right here in front of us. And I pretty much came up here to let moose get into their zones in other spots. And I get a max weight moose track and a huge diamond bison, 235.5. Shot him through the shoulder, but that's actually pretty cool. We just shot another one in the 230s like maybe 3 weeks ago, and just like I never hunt them. Lately they just keep on showing up. I actually cannot believe this. He's a level 4, but 274 to 328. I want to say the new diamond requirement is 274, so as long as we can make this shot, he should make it. And we're just gonna try to get that heart shot right in there. You can see a paddle sticking up, so he dropped. And after, I don't know how many troll 5s, I shot even a couple of troll level 5s when, maybe in March, somewhere around that area when they were actually like making diamond more consistently. Even those I'd get troll level 5s, and then for months there, it was very unlikely that the level 5s would make diamond. And then, unless this is going to have like a decimal factor that just throws us off, to have what should probably be our first diamond moose in the new trophy lodge on the new scoring system be a level 4, after so many 5s, would just be ridiculous. But he actually kind of has almost the legacy diamond rack, which I like. A lot of the 4s I'm not a huge fan of, the ones that make diamond, but diamond at 275. He made it by 0.3. Okay, so 274.9. I shouldn't have said he was going to be a guarantee because so many of the score estimates since this latest update are like that, like right at the bottom of it. But he made it. I wouldn't even say this is anything like... In the past, 589 was a diamond weight, so it's not even necessarily a factor of the new scoring system or anything like that. I kind of like that rack though. It's sort of unique. I think the width of it is what got him into diamond. But back to back, up here in pretty much an area that I don't go to on Yukon, we got 2 diamonds to fill some of those larger plaques, but just to show it, back to back diamonds. Haven't done that in a while. And 2 good ones. 2 that we can definitely use to fill big plaques in the trophy lodge. So we finally got ourselves a diamond moose for that new trophy lodge, and it's barely even new at this point. I believe it was February when the new scoring system came out and we made that lodge. But there's one more piece added that we've been missing, and at this point, since I was going to come to Yukon anyway, I figured we'd just do a more in-depth fox hunt, and I want to try to learn more about the drink zones for them, because I know there's got to be more. When I played this map in multiplayer, all the time I get like red fox warning calls, and I can't figure out where they drink. There's only a couple spots that I know well, so I've got about 2 hours here, and we're just gonna try to spend all of it hunting fox and trying to learn their drink zones. I want to go like into this kind of swampy area and see if they maybe drink in there, and maybe some up through the east side here. Like, I know there are red fox over there, but I don't have a clue where they drink, so should be interesting. Even with the snow though, I don't know if we spooked it or if the wolves did. It could have been that the wolves actually running through there got him to flee. There's even 2 of them up there. They're just tough to see. But I think we can maybe just kind of alert him there. Hopefully it's not going to send him running. He did go alert. He's probably close to 250. So we'll go low 0 for 300 with the 243. That's such a useful thing to know because for a long time, I've messed up shots, and it's specifically on Red Fox because they're such a small target. And it's because of that zeroing thing, so I try to say it every chance I get. For anybody that doesn't know, the 243 zeroed for 300 meters is pretty much dead on at 250 for whatever reason, and it's actually low at 300, so knowing that he was somewhere in that area, it was easier to zero that way. But let's actually see what we did there. Got him just straight in the lung at actually only 190, so probably could have zeroed either way. But what we did worked, and actually starting out with a gold fox, which doesn't happen as often as you would probably think, because just all I tend to get are level 5s, so maybe that's going to be a sign of good things to come. That's pretty much par for the course. Talk about all I get is 5s and find a 5, but that is a new drink zone, and one that I definitely never check. Like, I don't go around this side of the Wolfhead Lake for Red Fox, so maybe that's something I gotta start doing. But if we can find him again, difficult to see. He's right about at 200 again, and it worked last time, so we'll kind of stay 0 for 300. And if he'll ever lift his head, just kind of go low in the shoulder. That's working real well. Just about figures that I would talk about only getting 5s and then immediately get a 5. That's a heck of a pose to shoot him in, but yeah, I mean, that's right center of the lung, so I think any shots in that range, that's just what we're going to continue doing because it's working well. They are just so easy to miss because, like, a lot of lakes on Yukon Valley have this where there's trees quite close to the water, and I came up through going this way and looking across there like these trees block them, but I happened to look back and there's a mythical, so definitely the best we've seen. That's going to be kind of a tough shot. He's like somewhere in the area of 350, but the hill's going to be in the way to go around anyway, so we'll try it. I don't actually know where to aim for that, but I'm going to guess it has to be pretty high. Don't know if that's going to be a lung. I guess not. Man, because we got that other diamond moose off a track, and also because I don't hunt this area very often, we'll probably go and take a look at that. Because it's actually past the end of fox drink time anyway. It's 23:04 now. So they quit at 2300. There are late zones that are going to go to 2330, but they're so small. If they're starting to walk away at all, it's going to go back to the exact same scenario we just had here. They're going to be so tough to see and so easy to miss. I think it's just best that we try to catch them like when they're actually in their drink zones and most visible, but let's just make sure. Wait, what? I don't even know how we did that. Why is that showing as a fox track? Alright, well, I was trying to make sure that we didn't just spook the moose out of his feed zone, but maybe we're not going to get to know by that. But there's just no way we got this guy in the lungs, so maybe it can be a learning experience for where to aim at that kind of range. We were actually so close. The bullet's like touching his heart, but he's a lower end mythical, not even 13 kg, so not missing out on a huge one. And the most important thing is respawns, but at 350, just pretty much right over the shoulder is probably perfect, right above the back. Hopefully that's something that we can remember, because there's a lot of lakes on Yukon Valley as well. I mentioned trees everywhere, but a lot of big ones where far shots are kind of necessary, so that's actually good to know. But let's see if we can find this moose. They should be a little easier to spot out here than a little fox. Or I guess we're not going to do that because there's just no tracks. I'm going to assume like picking up that feed zone and it saying that there was a fox track meant something was wrong, but hopefully that's not a huge one, or at the very least we'll go and check this lake for moose drink zones. But if there is a late zone still going, we'll go and check this little spot right here. I want to say that I've actually only had female fox here, but we might as well check before we reset the time. There's definitely plenty of bison, but not any red fox, so either their zones are just early and they've already left, or I don't even know what. I would have thought we'd maybe catch one leaving because they move so slow. But this level 3, I think he's actually the highest estimate I've seen anyway. And he's kind of back away from all the others. So, a little less crowded to get a shot in there. And it works well. He's going to just charge over here like the level 5 did, so that'll save us some tracking. And it was just a couple of weeks ago that we actually killed a diamond bison in single player, so these kind of things that are just random opportunity kills, every now and then they actually do result in a diamond respawn, so that'll be worth it. And I think we'll reset the time and at least check like the northern area of the swamp. I know the diamond fox we killed was somewhere up in this area, and that must have been over a year ago, but the point is they got a drink somewhere, so it's either going to be this lake or through here, so I want to check both. So I definitely can't say that there were no drink zones in this Bridgewater Flats area that I mentioned, because we talked about it with that mythical. They're just so easy to miss, but I didn't see anything up in there, so hopefully this area is going to be a little better for us. And there's at least a female fox drink in here, so I guess we'll just go ahead and start with that, because pretty much everything else, that one's 200 meters away. Everything else wouldn't hear this. So tried it at zeroing for 150 and aiming high. That actually worked pretty well too. And there was another female in there. Again, they're so easy to miss. Like, I looked around a little bit because often they do actually travel in pairs, and usually it's one male and one female. So seeing a female fox anywhere, I tend to look around for a male. And I didn't even see there was another female. But at least that's something to get us started at this lake. As far as I know, there shouldn't be any way that could help us with getting a diamond, because I'm quite confident that even animals that like don't have antlers or anything, males respawn as males and females respawn as females, but we'll see how long it takes to actually get around this entire lake, because it looks small, but there's a lot of like traveling around it to see everything. But if we have time and foxes are still drinking after we go there, I want to check these two up in the north as well. I wonder how long I've been chasing that. There's also other tracks there that look like fox tracks, so we'll have to see what that is. Reloading this might be worth it if we want to get a shot here. And I'm trying to back up so she doesn't like know we're here and continue to just run from us immediately. So I got her to slow to a trot. Whether actually backing away did anything there or not, I don't know. But it worked out in the end. And I want to see what this is. We might have sent another one through here before we could see it. Looks like it's going back the other way though. Another female. That seems to be just the theme of things here. It's good to know either way that red fox used this area, but as far as anything useful here so far, not going to help us get a diamond with these. So we finally have another male, and of course it's not huge, but better than females and better than level 5s. And maybe we can actually get another gold fox out of this, which I guess we should have, I think, just the 2. I'm pretty sure the mythical was the only other opportunity we had, and of course that one we were just a touch too low, so I think this would only be our second one if he even makes it. And of course he is literally 0.1 below the gold requirement, so that's pretty much how most of my fox hunts go. But we're almost around the entire lake here. Got maybe 400 or 500 meters to cover still, and just the one male fox. Just, I don't know how this always happens. Level 5s all over my map, and I barely saw that one. That one's like 400 meters away. And because it's a 5, I guess maybe we can kind of test what we learned. We gotta aim even higher, but somewhere a little above his back. Still not gonna be a long shot. I wonder if we were too high or not high enough. But again, the important part's respawns, and I wanted to see if we could maybe manage that. Guess we should have gotten a little closer. I had actually almost decided on grabbing the 223 today, and it would be a little more accurate. We did the exact same thing, basically. Just a touch higher and we'd have been just fine. But as far as I know, the 223 when zeroed for 300 actually is basically dead on at 300. So we wouldn't have to aim as high, and I think we'd have been better off with that today, but I guess as far as making a bad shot, the 243 is going to bring them down quicker. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot going on down at this lake. We just got the one female fox and the one male. And so far at least there was a male here, but I'm not seeing a ton up north. That's something I haven't seen in a long time. level 7 female. So that should be guaranteed to make gold. Kinda cool to come up here and see that, actually. So it was about 350. Do we try that again? I don't even see it already. They hide just insanely well. I mean, I want to do it. I also don't want to mess up a gold female. And we can't see to the other side there anyway, and I'd like to check it. So we'll actually get closer and maybe not mess up a shot at a gold for once. I do think kind of like going around that side might be difficult to see her again. And 250 I'm pretty confident at. We know that's pretty much dead on, so let's see if we can just drop her right there. And that's actually kind of cool. It's nothing super rare, but you definitely don't see a level 7 or above female fox very often. And I guess if this guy is just determined to hang around, we'll get to use the 303. Respawns for just about every species on the map at this point. I haven't shown the wolves. They've attacked a couple of times. And just because that's not what we're after, I haven't bothered to do much. If I hide in the water, they usually run away. Why are animals just standing here? Must be something about this area. But, I mean, we'll take the respawns. Anyway, what I was trying to get at is that I think grizzly bear is the only species we haven't shot now today. And we're really not in the area where they would be. Though I think we're going to actually wrap up down in that area. So that guy is just barely a gold, not even by a full point. Our fox is right up there. And then we've got a little bit of time to check down here. We might actually go up by the bridge first. And then I don't even know where to look, but we'll go over there in the east somewhere. So let's actually see what we got out of this level 7 female. Almost a 12 kg female. So the male that we shot, the mythical, was 12.9. So she's barely a point below that. That's actually pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't seen one of those in a while. And I did say I wanted to check down here on this end just in case. And if there's nothing down there, we're just going to head down to the east side of the map. It looks like that is going to be the case, so let's go and check by the bridge first. At this point, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but 2 female fox. The only thing I want to do at this point is see if we've actually got this nailed down to where we have to shoot at 350, so I figured right kind of above the shoulder. Let her lift her head to make sure we're going to have the best kind of possibility here. Alright, we finally got one. This one has no idea anything happened. So we'll just take them both. Maybe it can get us a rare or something. I guess the one good thing is, at least we're actually starting to get a decent number of total fox down now, because I looked a little while ago, it was probably before we went up north, and we'd only killed like 5 or 6 total, so we're kind of getting somewhere. Maybe close to 10 by the time we're done with this, but like half have been females, so as far as diamond respawns, we've not done a ton of work, but still a little bit low. It's no wonder we were low then at almost 400, but that one at least worked. I guess at this point it's only fitting that we'd find yet another female fox. I wanted to come and try like one last ditch effort spot before they're done drinking, and just another female, so we'll try to make another 250 meter shot here. Hopefully avoid her skull. I felt like that was way back, but maybe it was back of the lungs or something. I did actually look again, by the way, and I think this is fox number 13 or 14. How the heck dropped it, I will never know, but not really a big deal when it's just a 3, and when it's a female, it's not even going to help us with respawns, but we do actually have to go back to the trophy lodge for our moose and bison. Unfortunately, not bringing a fox along, but some progress maybe towards getting a diamond from respawns. And we actually did find a good number of new red fox drinkstones along the way, so definitely not a bad hunt overall. But this is our newest bison. I actually like, it's the 2 different common fur types we have opposite each other here. This is the one from single player last month, 238, and the newest one is 235, so we're starting to get some good size ones in here as well, and slowly but surely replacing some of the water buffalo, which I've got a couple more down here I want to get rid of. But a lot of these were like mythicals and just when they were making diamonds super commonly. So I want to eventually get rid of them, and stuff like what we got today actually helps to do that. But we finally have, after like 10 months, a diamond moose in this trophy lodge, and I actually do like the rack. I wish he had bigger brow tines, but I think he's kind of unique. I haven't seen a bunch that are like that wide, so I'm pretty glad that's the one we ended up getting. Of course, it's a level 4, but you know, he was the old diamond weight, like above that 589 area, so I'm definitely happy with that guy, and I don't feel like it's some kind of weird below max level diamond. I just think it's kind of the new scoring system and the way levels work. But it's definitely cool, and that's one more diamond crossed off the list for this trophy lodge. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.